You just can't seem to follow the rules.
She kept chasing me. That's it. And then she went to talking about calling the police and all that. She control thing she's trying to do. That's it.
I don't care what it is. You have got all of these charges.
I understand.
You just need to just stop blaming them.
Today's courtroom drama is one of those you can't make this up moments. We've got Judge Simpson, calm but absolutely fed up, facing a defendant who just cannot seem to follow the rules, no matter how many chances he's been given. This guy walks in acting like he's done nothing wrong, and honestly, it's hard not to cringe. He's here for tampering with his tether device, and to make things worse, he actually met up with the same woman he's already got a domestic violence history with. Yeah, that's right. He ignored the court's orders, the law, and probably his own common sense. From the start, the tension is thick. The lawyers are shuffling papers, trying to...
Pardon? Thank you. Mr. Burgess.
And Your Honor, I believe he's been arraigned. Well, obviously he's been arraigned. The PE is scheduled for tomorrow morning. I believe.
On the one case, I have a new case. However,
I was unaware there were new charges, Judge. But I don't know if this court's prepared to arraign my client.
I am.
Okay.
And I don't know. You're going to stand in for the purposes of the arraignment.
I'll be filing an appearance, Your Honor. I was unaware, but the charge, I would have filed one already. So.
It's a charge of interfering with electronic communication device, the 2-year felony, and then also domestic violence, second offense, the 1-year misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor. As it relates to both those charges, waive any further reading of the warrant. Stand mute to both those charges.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. I'll set a probable cause conference in that case for, I need a DV bond form, please. For November 14th, 2024 at 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. As to bond in that case, you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor. Obviously, Mr. Carter's here on his own voluntarily this morning or this afternoon. And obviously the court knows his history of appearance in front of this court. And Your Honor, he just got a new job. He was, unfortunately, he lost his other job due to this incident, but he just got a new job that he'll probably lose if he's in custody. Judge, it does appear that the complaining witness in both these cases is the same person who has actually reached out to me before, Your Honor's indicated her, I believe, unlikeliness of appearance in the case. I don't think she wants to proceed with the case, but that's my understanding anyway. People might have a different position, Judge, but she's reached out to me independently and indicated that she does not want to proceed with those charges. But be that as may, Your Honor, I don't believe my client's a flight risk, and he's still on a tether, Your Honor. He did post a significant bond in the last case. I understand these are new serious charges, Judge, but I'm asking the court to consider a nominal 10% bond, if not a personal bond in this case.
Make sense of the charges, which include interfering with an electronic communication device, a 2-year felony, and a 1-year misdemeanor for domestic violence second offense. The defendant tries to play the I didn't know card, but you can already tell this isn't going to fly. Judge Simpson lays out the obvious. He's standing mute, waving off formal reading of the charges, and the court enters not guilty, but don't get too comfortable, buddy. The courtroom quickly turns into a masterclass in Don't Test a Judge. Judge Simpson is methodical, reminding everyone that this defendant is on probation and tether, that he's posted bond before, and yet he still went straight back to breaking the law. The excuse? According to him, the woman kept chasing him and he just returned a phone.
Anything from the people?
Your Honor, I have some advantage because I do have the police report for the newest case. Mr. Burgess does not, but I will indicate to the court a few things. First of all, this court arraigned defendant on not his newest felony that he was just arraigned on, but the one that's set for preliminary examination tomorrow on October 7th. At that time, the defendant was ordered not to have contact with the victim, Jennifer Matlock. The new date of offense for the newest case that we're here for today that the defendant is alleged to have committed is October the 20th. later. And I will tell the court after review of the police report, the person representing themselves to be the defendant did have contact with the police officer and admitted to having contact with the victim. Denied the assaultive behavior, but did admit to having contact with her. Now, because the police officer was speaking with the defendant face to face, I cannot say with absolute certainty that it was the defendant. However, the police officer did a very good job in their report of detailing how he came into contact with that person, that this person called him back, represented themselves to be the defendant, and said that he would turn himself in for the bond violation. I don't have a record that actually happened. So Your Honor, in any case, this is somebody that was on the scope of probation, on bond for a felony, and now has picked up another new felony. So I am asking the court to follow probation's recommendation, revoke the probation, and sentence the defendant to serve balance at this time. And in bond in this case, we're asking for $100,000 for the new felony.
Court will order as a condition of the bond that there's to be no possession of any alcohol, illegal drugs, or any recreational marijuana. Better, I'm not entirely sure what is going on with you in that regard. I ordered you on the 7th not to have contact with this person. And then lo and behold, we end up with this case occurring less than 2 weeks later. And tried to give you every benefit, and I understand there are only allegations, but try to give you the darn benefit of the doubt regarding everything, because of at least the way that you conducted yourself in regards, particularly regarding being a flight risk. But you just can't seem to follow the rules.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. Judge, the incident on the 20th, based on conversations I've had with my client as well as the complainant in this case, the complainant approached my client, asked for a phone back he had purchased, but it was in her name, which he returned to her. That was the basis of the contact. That's our understanding of it, Judge. So I wouldn't. But
Right. But the thing is,
I know.
he needs to be turning around and running in another direction. He shouldn't even be having a conversation, shouldn't be doing anything
I agree.
whatsoever. I don't think it's at all unclear as to anything that this court has said to you regarding what you need to do. And you need to just follow the rules. I gave you a break the last time that you came in. Even after that, let you go.
Simpson, I'll say something.
You can say whatever you want.
She wanted back. Really? That's the story he's sticking to? Judge Simpson doesn't buy it for a second. It's clear this guy thinks the law is just a suggestion, and the judge is about to show him exactly how wrong he is. You can feel the frustration in the room. The judge patiently recounts prior warnings, explains the seriousness of the charges, and calmly, yet sharply, reminds the defendant that he's under the court's jurisdiction. The sheer audacity of thinking he can talk his way out of this mess is palpable, and honestly, it's almost painful to watch. Every word he says, every feeble excuse, is just digging a deeper hole. You can practically hear the judge thinking, I gave you every break and this is how you repay the court? It's the kind of scene that makes you want to yell at the screen. Just admit you...
She put up on me. I was in the room playing my game, and she came in the room. And
Then you get up and leave.
tried to leave. She kept chasing me. That's it. And then she wanted to talk about calling the police and all that. She's chasing me. She's chasing me. She's chasing me. I hopped in my car, and that's when I pulled off.
Well, maybe that's all going to come out, Mr.
I understand.
Carter. Maybe that's all going to come out. I let you out the last time. Should have, of all rights, locked you up on that date. Didn't do it. Gave you the benefit of the doubt because of the time that you came back after you were inadvertently released by the jail. And then what happens? You get that other case set for exam. Then what ends up happening? I get here and you've got another case.
It's a control thing she's trying to do. That's it.
I don't care what it is. You have got all of these charges.
I understand.
And you're the one under the jurisdiction of the court. So however you got to figure it out, you need to figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Defendant's bond on that case would be set in the amount of $100,000 cash surety. On his other matter, anything you want to say before I post sentence on that case?
I want to say, I tried my hardest. I tried my hardest to do right. I tried my hardest to stay away from women that want to see me in jail rather than see me elevate myself. So, I mean, I understand. I understand it. When I get out this situation this time, I'm gonna be by myself. I just know
You know what you ought to do, Mr. Carter, and I don't mean to interrupt you. You have the right to allocute, but I'm just going to tell you something. You ought to quit blaming them. You just need to just stop blaming them and thinking that they're the ones that stop you from going anywhere. Because, young man, that is not the case.
Yes, sir.
You are smart enough. You can do whatever you want to do. You can stay away from whoever you want to stay away from. The problem is, quite frankly, you're just being stupid. You're just playing games. And this is what happens. You end up in jail on $100,000 cash bond, and you're about to go now.
I understand. I'll take full responsibility. I appreciate it.
Anything else you want to tell the court?
Oh, sir.
Judge, I don't know if it would have any impact on the court one way or the other, but I don't know if the court wants to wait to see the disposition of those cases, or if you're just going to follow the recommendation.
I'm not gonna wait. If there becomes a certain disposition regarding those cases, certainly I'll take that into consideration in modifying his sentence on the case, but I'm not gonna do that at this point in time. I keep giving him breaks, keep doing everything, and he keeps just coming back to this court, disappointing this court and ending up with more charges, just time and time and time again. And so in that respect, I'm done. I'm gonna revoke the defendant's probation. He is to complete the in-jail on farm program while he's incarcerated. I'm going to waive all remaining terms except the financial obligations on this case, discharge the defendant from probation without improvement. I will sentence the defendant to 365 days in jail, credit 162 days served. Defendant is to serve the balance.
Your Honor, the court ordered the Dawn Farm program. Probation also requested the DV program. So if you just requested DV, the court want the defendant to perform both or just one or the other?
I should have said in-jail DV program. Is what I meant to say. Thank you. Defendant's remanded.
Okay.
Messed up. And right when you think it can't get any more ridiculous, the defendant starts blaming the woman, saying it's all a control thing, and she was chasing him. The courtroom collectively sighs. Judge Simpson isn't having it. He lays down the law. Stop blaming everyone else, follow the rules, and maybe, just maybe, you won't end up back here. The tension builds, and you can almost see the gears turning in the judge's mind, deciding exactly how to make this lesson stick. And just like that, the courtroom hits full-blown reality check mode. Judge Simpson doesn't waste a second. He methodically walks through the timeline, pointing out how the defendant blatantly ignored prior orders. Less than 2 weeks after being told to stay away from this woman, he's caught meeting her again. You can almost hear the judge's inner monologue. Are you serious? Again? It's like watching someone repeatedly touch a hot stove and acting surprised when it burns. The defendant tries to explain it away. She pulled up on me. I was in the room playing my game. She came in. I tried to leave. She kept chasing me. And honestly, the way he repeats himself, you can see he's grasping at straws. Judge Simpson, calm but clearly fed up, cuts through the nonsense like a knife. He reminds the guy that these aren't just minor mistakes anymore. They're deliberate violations of law and court orders. The judge even notes that he gave him the benefit of the doubt last time, but enough is enough. He's done tolerating excuses. You can see the frustration building. The lawyer is trying to spin a story about the phone and the woman supposedly asking for it back, but the judge isn't buying any of it. Every weak excuse just reinforces the narrative. This guy doesn't respect the law. He's playing games, thinking he can outsmart the system, and the judge isn't having it. You can almost feel the tension in the room ratcheting higher with every second, like a pressure cooker about to blow. And then comes the real kicker, the bond. Judge Simpson sets a $100,000 cash bond. That's right, a 6-figure wake-up call. The judge patiently but firmly tells him to stop blaming everyone else and to take responsibility. He even points out the simple truth. This guy is smart enough to stay out of trouble, but instead, he's choosing stupidity. It's a moment that's equal parts frustrating, satisfying, and honestly, a little bit terrifying if you're the defendant. By this point, it's clear Judge Simpson isn't just doling out punishment, he's teaching a lesson. No more chances, no more leniency. The defendant nods, says he'll take responsibility, and you can almost hear the unspoken acknowledgement, jail is inevitable. The courtroom is tense, the defendant's excuses are dead in the water, and Judge Simpson's patience has run its course. You can feel the shift from warnings to reality. The consequences are real, and there's no sugarcoating it.